Well, hello guys, and welcome to another video of Atlantic Fleet. Now, the first video about this game has met a with a very nice response, and I've received several comments asking me to do more videos about this game, and I'm about to do so. My idea is to do a single battle with the Battle of the River Plate, and if you guys want me to, I will do a full campaign in a Let's Play series of several chapters where I move on with the missions and, well, do videos about that. So you see me play a full campaign. Probably that will be with the British because I'm already playing with the Germans and I'm pretty advanced into it. And my plan is to go from the beginning to the end. So if you want to see that, please let me know in the commentaries, and any other idea you have of anything you want to see, please, of course, as always, let me know. And well, yeah, we are going to play the Battle of the River Plate. The historical setup of this was a pretty interesting setup, actually. Was the first large surface encounter of World War II. Happened in the South Atlantic, very close to, of course, well, the entrance of the River Plate. And well, if I'll try to sum it up. The Graf Spee, which was a Deutschland class so-called pocket battleship, it was actually a heavy cruiser with very large guns, but whatever, had been on the South Atlantic and part of the Indian Ocean for 2 months hunting mercants. And it had been a pain in the ass of the Allies, who were hunting in the ship with all they had. They had several task forces with carriers, battleships, battle cruisers, and the French and the British really wanted that ship dead. After 2 months, in December, sorry, of 1939, one of the task forces, the lightest actually, with 3 cruisers, 2 light cruisers and a heavy cruiser, found Graf Spee very close to the entrance of the River Plate estuary. They engaged it, they forced her to leave and to retire and to seek cover into the Uruguayan port of Montevideo. After 3 days, 72 hours, according to the international laws of warfare, Uruguay, which was a neutral country, um, well, told the Germans that they had to leave or that they would intern the ship. So the Germans packed up, left the pier of the port, and abandoned ship. Then they scuttled the ship. Later on, the captain of Graf Spee, Captain Langsdorff, committed suicide because, of course, yeah, sinking your own ship in order not to fight the enemy is not exactly the most heroic thing to do. And he knew that if he ever returned to Germany, he would be shot. And well, the sailors of the Graf Spee were interned, and later on were returned to Germany, where they returned to the fight. Now, this is a very interesting scenario for several reasons. The first of one is, well, the famous pocket battleships were very hyped. They were actually extremely good ships for the tonnage, but yeah, they had their limits. They were not battleships, they were not pocket battleships. They were over heavy cruisers with very big guns and very low top speed. So, well, yeah, let's fight it. And of course, I don't know if I want to fight it with the British or the Germans. I mean, the British were the ones who won the battle, so I'm going to go with the Germans. Let's see if we can do better. Yeah, it's in the morning, 13th of December 1939. Heavy cruiser Exeter and light cruisers Ajax and Achilles are engaging Admiral Graf Spee. So this is Graf Spee. Probably, if you like ships of World War II, you will know this ship. This was well, around 12,000 tons. Displaced that at least. Had 6 11-inch guns of an earlier type of those that the Scharnhorst type carried later on. It had a total of 8 6-inch guns on the sides. Had some torpedoes, had reconnaissance aircraft, and well, yep, that's what we have to fight this battle. And here we are facing 3 cruisers, 3 British cruisers. Exeter, which is a ship we are going to take a look right now. A heavy cruiser just in name, because it was a pretty light ship. Not even 10,000 tons, 6 8-inch guns, very small secondary of 8 4-inch guns, and almost no armor whatsoever. And then Ajax and Achilles, which were two light cruisers, very light actually, with 8 6-inch guns, torpedoes, and not really the best protection ever. So there are three very light ships versus a much heavier one, but of course they have the numbers. I'm just one. So let's see how we face this. Of course, they have lighter weapons. I have a reasonable amount of armor. This is no battleship by any means, but it still has a pretty decent 5.5-inch belt in the waterline, 5.5 inches of phase turret armor, and 2.5 inches of deck armor, which means that pretty much I'm immune to long range 6-inch fire. 8 inches probably will be able to penetrate my ship, so I have to be careful with Exeter, will be the first one I will engage. Top speed, as you see, 28 knots, not exactly the fastest ship around, especially not for a heavy cruiser. 16 torpedoes, which is actually a pretty sweet feature of the ship. You can see them back here in two twin mounts. At least half of the battery. The other half, I think it was in the front. Not sure where it is situated. Well, at any rate, I have torpedoes, and yeah, the big 11-inch guns. So I'm heavier. I have heavier guns. I have heavier armor, but I'm just one, so I want to keep my distance. So the first thing we are going to do is to take a look again at the map and check. Yeah, we are heading directly towards them. So I'm going to turn towards the starboard and try to establish a line probably towards the west, so they have to pursue me. So I go full rudder starboard, I set for flank speed, and I give the order to move. Well, we are on our way to be in a good position. We don't have our full battery and musket. I'm only going to be able to fire with the front turret, but well, that's something, so let's take a look. There's a pretty strong wind which is blowing from behind me towards them, with a slight component towards port. So I'm going to a little bit more maybe. Yeah, I'm going to fire on this line of bearing. Okay, we have our information about the target. Says elevation 19.9 degrees. I will use it. Probably won't be accurate, but for a starting salvo, it's not bad. And fire. There go the shots, and well, close enough actually. For a first volley, it's not bad. Okay, Exeter is obviously charging us. 18 guns. Open fire. I don't know where he's. Well. Way too fast. Ajax and Achilles, which I don't know if they are still in range. Seems not, because they are not firing. Okay, so again, situation, we are moving down here, we are heading south mostly, so I'm going to still go full rudder. Now I have my full battery available. Let's check how did the last shot go. Okay, so we shot slightly, well past and slightly to the left. So I'm going to compensate a little bit more for the wind, like here, maybe even more, like so. Yeah, we shot past at 20 degrees. It's saying 18 degrees should be enough, but I'm not going to trust it so much. I'm going to put 17.5 if possible. There you go. And fire. Seems a pretty good. Yep, pretty good salvo. We got one hit. Okay, Exeter is firing again. Still well past our position. Firing very long. Ajax and Achilles are turning towards us. We are holding our distance because we are opening the range related to them. Let's see, we are roughly going southwest and I want to steepen my turn because I want to keep range open as much as possible. We are at 21,000 yards, almost 22,000 yards. Okay, information says that at 17.5 degrees we would shot past. I'm going to adjust for the wind a little bit more even. 17.5 would be past, so I'm going to reduce it to maybe 16.5. He's closing rates pretty quickly, or he's trying to do so, so probably, yeah, we need a lower angle than before. Also, besides, before we shot a little bit past. We got one hit, but it was not fully on target, so let's fire on that elevation and see what happens. Seems pretty good. Well, yeah, wow. Okay, that was a pretty effective salvo, if I may say so myself. Exeter is popping smoke. Okay, so now we are not going to have any information about estimating the elevations because, yeah, that's what smoke does. Okay, let's see. We are, yeah, I think this heading is good enough. I'm going to reduce speed to 4, which is not a lot. I mean, it's reducing. Actually, we are moving at 26 knots because we were turning. Now we are at 24, which is good enough. I want to keep them at a range, but I still don't want to be at an extreme range because these 11-inch guns fire at a very high muzzle velocity. At very long ranges, plunging fire is not really good with these kind of guns. So, yeah, you can see Exeter is hurting. So, let's see. Our last salvo fell pretty much on target. Then he turned to port and started producing smoke. We have moved a little bit away. We should be on target with this elevation, to be honest. I think, yeah, he moved a little closer, but we moved a little bit away. So I think we are pretty much on target still at this elevation. So I'm going to fire again. And seems we are, yeah, we are on target. Oh, a little bit past, okay. Wow, Exeter is really hurting. Those hits really did a lot of damage, it seems. Which is historical as well. Exeter in real life was almost wiped out. It was a stroke of luck that saved her. Mostly, Graf Spee concentrated fire on Exeter for a good while. She knocked out her, pretty much, and then she switched to the light cruisers. That they, because they were coming very close and were a very serious threat to Graf Spee. So had those light cruisers not been there, well, Exeter would have been sunk without a doubt. But as it was, she was saved by a miracle, but she was saved. Okay, let's check. He's moving. Yeah, he's turning a little bit away. So I'm going to keep my heading. We are moving at 23 knots. Should be enough to keep our distance. Okay. Yeah, that should be enough to cover for the wind. We fired a little bit past, so I'm going to reduce to 15.8. Sounds cool. So let's fire at that elevation. A little bit short, it seems. Wow, it's tilting a lot. It's listing really hard, etc. I don't know if it's even going to survive, even if we don't hit again. Okay, the light cruisers are starting to open fire. And that seems to be pretty accurate for a first opening shot, to be honest. Well, so what's the situation? One light cruiser is still coming towards us, out of range. The other one has just opened fire. Exeter is listening and trying to turn away. So let's move. He's opened the range a little bit, so I'm going to increase to my former 16.5. You can see down to the right the history of our shots, at which elevation they were fired, and of course in the screen where the shots actually fell relative to the enemy. You can switch this on and off by hitting the rightmost button. There you see the history of the secondaries, the main battery, or no history at all. Okay, so we have moved a little bit away, not a lot, but he's moving away, so I need to increase the elevation to 16 point. I'm going to put 16.7 if I might do it. Yeah. Adjust for the wind there and open fire on target. Yep, 2 hits. The Exeter is not looking healthy at all. Okay, Ajax is also opening fire, only with the 4 turrets, however. Again, pretty good shot for a first opener shot. 6 inches, however, 6 guns from this range, they are not going to hurt me a lot. Okay, let me check the situation. They are both charging me. Moving away, Exeter is opening the range. Yeah, so if I open again, I should increase a little bit the angle. I will do so, but first we move. Estimation of the wind like so. Increase the angle to maybe 17.1 or 17.2, sounds nice. Let's see what we get. Wow, that was good, actually. That's a straddle. But we weren't lucky in the distribution of the shots. Still, we are on range, so probably we will get some hits. We are moving in and out of the range of the light cruisers. That's good. That means they are at extreme range. They are not going to be able to hurt us. Okay, let me check again. Exeter is opening the range as much as it can. Before we had one sword and all the other ones were passed, so I think the elevation is good still for this one. Let's fire. And yes, in target. Yeah, that's on target. A big on target. Yeah, Exeter is not feeling really well. Another explosion, secondary explosion. Something viral has exploded there. Okay, if we keep this up, we are going to win this without too much of a trouble. Which is as good, because I don't want these two coming in close. At closer ranges, the 6 inches become really dangerous for this ship. So, yeah. Okay, one hit. Main belt. Nothing, I'm sure nothing serious there. Yeah, absolutely nothing. Was a main belt hit, so... Okay. So... 17.2, we were on target. He has opened the range again. It's looking really bad. So... couple of more hits would probably send her to the bottom, increasing the angle to 17.7, opening again, and see what happens. Yeah, one more hit. Shots from the light cruisers, still short. I'm at the very extreme range of their guns, it seems. Look, yeah, they are firing at max elevation. Ooh, yeah, passed. But they are shooting closer and closer. I have to be careful with those. I need to finish off Exeter before I switch target. Oh, Exeter is sinking. Exeter is sinking. Yes, she's definitely going down. Yes, I received a pounding. I don't know exactly what did I hit in my first volley, but that pretty much sealed the deal. I was pretty lucky. Because that first hit was a full explosion. Also, if you look at it, my hits were mostly on the waterline, which helps a lot at the time of sinking a ship. In this game there are no hit points, there are no life or health bars, nor anything like that. In order to sink a ship you need to make it float, and in order to make it float you need to hit close to the waterline. So yeah, pretty good hits there, and we made a short work of a heavy cruiser. I'm pretty impressed with how I did in this initial engagement. Okay, let's go back to Graf Spee, and of course it's now time to switch our target, which is going to be next. Achilles probably seems to be a little bit closer. Yeah, it is. Looking at the ranges, if we extrapolate from the last hit we did on Exeter, which happened at 17.7, if we increase it a little bit, we will hit Achilles. Let's see if my estimation is right. Wind direction is directly towards them, so I'm not going to change my bearing of shooting. What I'm going to do is to increase my angle to maybe 18.7, even more, 19.5, and see what happens. Seems like no, I overestimated a lot their range. Still, for an opening salvo, it's not bad. It was in the correct bearing as well, so all we have to do is to reduce the elevation of our guns, and we will be on target. We are also at very long range. We are keeping them at hand. This seems to be close. Ooh, we were lucky there. 2 in front, 2 behind. Okay, they are moving at 32 knots. They are trying to close the range as much as they can, but we are moving away pretty effectively. So yeah, let's move. Let's keep the same direction. Again, wind is blowing from behind us towards them. There's no lateral component. I'm not going to adjust for that. We know that the other round went way far. Probably going to reduce it to maybe 17 should be enough. Maybe a little bit less, 16.5. Yeah, like so. And yeah, see what we do. A little bit short, but we are almost on target. Usually, yeah, for the purpose of aiming at an enemy, 3 salvos is more or less okay to find the correct range. Okay, we got hit in the superstructure near the funnel. We will check if there's any damage later on. Straddled, but no hits. That's good. Okay, let me check. Anything? No, no damage. That's good. Okay, we are leaving them behind. I think we still have enough. I'm going to turn a little bit to port because I want to keep my front turret unmasked all the time. Just a very, very shallow turn to make sure that I'm able to shoot with it. So, last one was 16.5. We were a little bit short. They are moving closer, however. I'm going to increase it to 16.9. Sounds okay. Wind is still blowing towards them, so no need to correct for bearing. And this, yeah, I think I got 1 hit. Only 5 splashes. Return fire. Seems on target. Yeah, we got 1 hit, but seems on the top. Oh well, we got a fire. No, not really worried. However, I mean at these ranges, I don't think. Look, the cells are falling almost vertical. I have 2.5 inches of deck armor. The vitals should be pretty much invulnerable at this range. Going to keep the same direction. 16.9. Before we were a little bit short. They have moved closer. I think this is the correct elevation. We still don't have to correct for bearing because the wind is blowing directly in their direction. So, open fire. And well, still a little bit short. I'm surprised that should have been on target, but hey, it's okay. Return fire. This time they are not going to hit, thankfully. Still burning. We're at 25,000 yards. That's a lot, actually. This is very long range. I don't need to be so far away, because of course that makes of hitting myself a little bit too hard as well. I'm going to turn to port, like so. Not a lot, but this also helps me keeping the wind in the correct direction, so I don't have to adjust for lateral wind. Okay, last one again was mostly on target, a little bit short, so I'm going to increase the elevation, but just by 0.1, like so. Opening fire. Oh come on, this should be on target. Well, no. Since actually we are opening the range very effectively. Okay, close again. Too short of a salvo. That's good. I'm going to keep my very soft turn towards the starboard. Now wind is slightly towards starboard. So I'm going to... there. And again I'm going to increase elevation by 0.2 this time. 0.2 degrees. I want to be on top of them. I want to straddle. I don't want to be almost on target. And that works fine. Okay, Achilles is burning. I'm actually not sure if I want to change to high explosive. Okay, one hit in the bows. Fire is still racing, but I'm not worried by it. Straddle or hits? Hit, one hit at least. Okay, need to check. Still nothing viral is hurt, that's good. Let's move. This time I'm going to keep my bearing and not going to turn any at all. My heading, sorry, not my bearing. Need to correct a little bit to the bows because the wind is slightly blowing towards that side, like so. I think, well, before we were pretty much on target, right? I'm going to fire again. Yep. And see what we do. Yep, that was a big hit. Answer fire. One hit. Achilles is looking to be settling a little bit towards the rear. That's good. A straddle, no hits. Let me check the situation. Okay, so we are... I think this heading is perfect. We are keeping our range. Wow, the fire has spread. Or maybe another hit has increased it, not sure. Let me check. Yeah, pumps are damaged. Okay, that's worrisome. Thankfully, I don't think we are going to get a lot of flooding from this range, but yeah, that's some bad news. Turn a little bit towards them. Again, we were pretty much on target last time. I don't think we need to... yeah. I think this is the correct bearing as well. I'm going to change it a little bit just in case. Even a little bit more, because before we were hitting behind. I want to hit a midships or in the front this time. I think the elevation is okay, so I'm going to open fire like so. Yeah, that seems to be a pretty good salvo. Ooh, slightly short. Okay, Achilles has almost not moved at all. I think maybe we have damaged the propulsion and they are dead on the water. Not sure, but there. Again, before shooting on the bearing, like so, worked very well. We were a little bit short. Increase the range to 0.5. That might be even too much. 0.4. 0.4, please. There. Open fire. Don't like so much fires on my ship, but 2 hits, and they are 11-inch guns on very light cruisers. So yeah, those will have an effect much faster than any fire. They are becoming really accurate, however, and yet Achilles is almost not moving at all. 4 knots. Yeah, we must have disabled the propulsion. Hey, that's good. So let's move. If it hasn't moved and we are moving slightly away from him, oh, I barely can see where we are. Ah, there we go. That's the correct bearing where we are shooting at. Ah, there it is. Oh my gosh, that was complicated to find. Okay, towards the bows again. I'm going to increase the angle again because we have moved a little bit away from him. And open fire. Still fire is burning. I hope they put them out soon. Well, okay. My fires are bad, but his are going to be much worse. Ajax is putting very accurate fire on us. Really accurate. Oh man, we have... Okay. Yeah, I was expecting this. We were burning for a long while. Something has exploded back there. Not sure what. Let me check. Pumps are still okay, however. Yeah. Well. I mean, it's not that I'm happy. Wow, I'm not happy at all. Look at the rear. Seems that we are having some flooding behind and we have the pumps damaged. Ooh, that's not good at all. Oh, come on. Okay, let's keep on moving. Yeah, we are settling towards the rear a little bit. Not too much, however. But for a second, it seems really bad. We have opened the range again towards him, so I'm going to increase just a tiny bit. Open fire and come on, put those fires out. Well, I overestimated a lot. We didn't need to increase the range. Ajax is still fire and still very accurate. Thankfully, shots fell short. Achilles is looking really hurting, but I need to finish him off. And really, my rear is settling very low on the water. I'm not confident on this. Still, we have burning all around the place. That's really worrisome. 18.1, that was long before. I'm still thinking is still long. We are noticeably slower, mostly because of flooding. So next turn I'm going to go flank speed. We have lost a little bit of speed. That was unfortunate. That was a very good spread, but no hits. And now, of course, we have our speed curtailed, so they will be able to moving faster. Since that part of the fire is being put out, the part in the rear of the fire is no longer burning. So we have a little bit of fire in the bows and amidships, but the fire back here is being put out. I'm glad of that. Flank speed, not that we are going to be very fast, of course, but need to keep the range as long as we can. Okay. Like so, we should be mostly on target. Let me check. Yeah, like this, we should be on target. Fight like this. Oh my gosh, so unlucky. Very, very, very close, but still a tiny bit short. Oof. At least they are not hitting us anymore. That's something. Achilles is as well so only fighting with 2 guns. We might have been able to disable the one of the 4 turrets of them. Okay, fire is still burning. We are moving at 15 knots. No, I'm going to keep my course. 15.3. We're accelerating a little bit, but we have lost the speed, obviously. I'm going to increase the elevation by 0.3 and open up. Seems to be a good shot. Oh my! Just by a tiny, tiny, tiny little weeny bit, but I'm missing all the time now. And now we are being on the receiving end on the full broadside of the light cruiser. Well, at least from Ajax. Achilles is still trying to close in. It's hurting, but doesn't seem to be in any danger. Okay, how are we looking? We are still settling a little bit to the rear. Seems a very slight list towards the starboard. Okay, I think it looks worse than what it is, I think. Let's keep the same. Yeah. We are topping at 15.5 and seems that we are not going to be able to accelerate a lot more. Okay. Also, wind is starting to blow towards one side, so I'm going to adjust towards this side. We were again very close, but this time a little bit too fast. So really, this is... I mean, we should be mostly on target anyway, but we are being really, really unlucky with the dispersion. This looks better. Yeah, 2 hits and a fire. Nice. Incoming fire again. Seems to... yeah, it's going to go past. Achilles is still firing, but just with one turret. He's moving forward, which means that, yeah, we hit his propulsion, but seems that not disabled it, which I thought we had done on the beginning. We are still burning, and I'm really, really, really getting tired of it. Come on, guys, put the blasted fires out. Okay, they are crossing each other. I don't see him very well. Last time we were pretty much on target. We should be pretty much on target again. Open fire. And yeah, we are on target again. Another hit. Full broadside from Ajax. Passed. Good. Okay, a mid-ship fire is put out. We are only burning on the bow now. That's decent. Okay. I'm going to keep the heading. 15.7 knots. We are moving. We can't run away from them at least. That's for sure. I'm going to try to finish Achilles. Maybe reduce. No. Or increase. I'm going to increase the elevation to 0.6. And fire. And seems good. Seems really, really, really good. That did the trick. Finally, we got a good salvo on him. Ajax is still firing away with all his broadside. Coming closer, but still no hits. Achilles is burning into places. Good. Well, things are looking better now. Much better. He's settling sharply from behind. So I'm going to try to adjust a little bit more so our hits fall from amidships to behind if possible. Last shot was pretty much on target. Actually, I'm going to fire a little bit more towards this side because I think we were already hitting on the rear side. So yeah, let's keep on fighting on the bearing. Elevation should be okay. Seems to be okay. Another big hit, this time on the bridge, it seems. Ajax is still firing, and seems on target. Yeah, he got one hit. I mean, oh no, come on! You must be shitting me. Another fire. Straddled. And if you hear a dog, yeah, that's a dog. We are listing more than before, I think. I'm not sure if we are completely safe from sinking, honestly. I mean, having the pumps, the mist, is a big problem indeed. Okay. So like so, yeah. Increasing the range a slight tiny little weeny bit to 17.7. 0.7 please. Okay. There he goes. Another hit, Achilles sinking. Finally. Well, that little thing took a beating. Oh my gosh. Okay, it's Ajax time. How are we looking? Pumps are still damaged. Seems not much. Flooding seems to be being corrected. We are not settling as bad as before. I mean, the quarter deck is still awash in some moments, but I think it's looking slightly better than some moments ago. Listing towards starboard is a little bit more pronounced, however. And those pumps being damaged won't help a single bit. Okay, let me check at the situation. We are keeping a constant southwestern course. Ajax, I think, is going to try to close with us. For now, I'm going to keep this course, since the best option. Acquire Ajax. Aim here. Have a slight component towards starboard of wind. Range should be much lower than Achilles. Achilles was behind, so let's reduce it to maybe 14.3. Sounds okay, yeah. Open fire and see the results. Good estimation, it seems. I'm very close. Yeah, actually a hit. That's really nice. Now burn you as well. I'm not going to be the only one burning here. That seems a really good. Yep, he got a hit. Could have been worse, but yeah. I mean, I don't want to be hit at all. Any flooding is going to be much worse because of the damaged pumps. Okay, we were mostly on target. He's moving at 31 knots. He's moving closer. We were a little bit short, but on target. So increase the elevation by 0.1, not a lot. Just 0.1 should do it. Let's fire. Yep, another hit. But he's still fighting back, of course. And 2 hits. Oh, I'm not looking that good, but hey. He's the last one, and we outgun him by a wide margin. So, yeah. Slightly short the last one still, so I'm going to increase it by 0.3 this time. Open fire and see what we do. Looks good. Looks extremely good. Those were 4 hits actually. Only 2 splashes. From 6 guns, so that means 4 hits. Ooh, lucky there. He was really close to hitting us. Gonna keep still the same direction, the same heading. Going to reduce a slightly bit. I'm not going to compensate as much because I want, if possible, to hit a little bit more to the front. This says that we are going to shoot past if we shoot at this elevation, so I'm going to reduce it to 14.4. Yeah, should be okay. Open fire. That's a good one. Yeah, that was a good one. Big explosion as well. Wow, we totally destroyed the bridge of that ship. Look at that. It's demolished. Yeah, 11-inch cells on that size of cruiser are extremely powerful. We are still burning, thankfully. The bow fire stopped burning some time ago, so yeah. Okay, yeah, this guy doesn't look really healthy right now. Again, trying to concentrate hits in the front. I think we are pretty much at the same range, and finally we stopped burning. Yeah, the barbecue is over. Almost damn time. Okay. Another big hit. Yeah. Look at that. He's wow. He should be going in no time. Going down. Well, wow. I'm feeling such a relief right now because at one moment it really didn't look well. When my quarter deck was almost underwater, I was really panicking. But hey, it seems we are okay right now. Yeah, he's almost barely moving. 2.6 knots. We are moving at almost 15. Should be on target. We are on target. Another extremely strong hit. We are demolishing this dude. But still he's fighting back. That was a pretty accurate shot actually. Not fully on target, but very close. Okay. Still trying to concentrate some hits on the bow, so I'm going to aim this direction. We were mostly on target before. No, actually we were a little bit past, so I'm going to reduce to 13.8. This should be pretty much on the perfect range. Well, a little bit short. He's listing really badly. They're still fighting. What a stubborn little dude. Okay, wind is not that much. I'm going to aim almost directly at these ships. Want to concentrate some hits on the bow. Increase the elevation to 14.1. That should put us on target. And it does. Another hit. And still fighting back. And this is a good spread. Yeah, he got a couple hits. Thankfully no fires. But really the least I'm getting is worrying me. I mean, having the pumps damaged is not really comfortable for me. Okay. We should be pretty much on target. Not going to change the elevation. Yeah, 2 more hits. But I'm hitting mostly on the upper works. I'm not going to sink it like this. Need to hit closer to the water line. So I'm going to reduce the elevation from now on. To see if we can get some hits at a closer place to the water line. Couple of, yeah, 13.7. Much better. Yep. Yeah, you can see the hit here. Yeah, right now he's doomed. I mean, that's it. I mean, look at the bridge is destroyed. The funnel is destroyed. It's almost barely moving. It's just dead, but he's still fighting back, the bastard. So increase elevation a little bit because before we were short, which is what I want, but I want to be a little bit closer to the target. This works perfect. And that's it. It's sinking. Oh, well. Was a tough one. Trust me. Especially because of that bad luck. I'm guessing it was bad luck mostly. I mean, that hit that exploded here. I don't know exactly what it was, what made it explode. But got us in a really tight spot because the pumps damaged. Well, you can see the result. The ship is listing really, really badly. I mean, we are in a pretty. I mean, we are not in a bad shape. We got some hits, but we should be able to take them. The problem is that that particular hit, well, disabled our pumps, and that could have turned ugly in no time. So yeah, luck sometimes plays a big, big, big part in naval actions. And yeah, I won the Battle of River Plate. It was a pretty nail-biter one, but it's over. Medium damaged. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't heavy, but the ship didn't look that healthy. And we sunk Exeter, Ajax and Achilles. So, well, this was the Battle of the River Plate remastered in Atlantic Fleet. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you had fun watching it, and let me know what you want to see. If you want to see a campaign and a let's play of this game, I will by any means do it. As always, thank you very much for watching, and see you later.